Hello, welcome to the channel and today's video. My name is Ruta and I'm so glad that you're here. Today I wanted to do a little video of trying some new stuff that I bought. I basically have been doing a no-buy for a hot minute, for like 3 or 4 years at this point. I caved and I ended up purchasing some new items to play with. I've been feeling kind of down. And I got out of makeup when I basically went non-toxic. It was really hard to shop for makeup and I feel like it really limited my creativity and feeling good about myself. So I decided to buy a couple things to try and play with and see how I feel about it. So this look right here features a ton of new things that I've never played with before. So if you're interested to see how I got this and see how I feel about these products, then go ahead and keep on watching. I used to literally be the biggest primer hater until this duo. I've changed my ways. Merit came out with their new, this is the Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. And then I was like, maybe if I mix these two together. First I'm gonna go in with their Glow Serum. So as you can see, when you shake it, the two parts mix together, and how many pumps you use depends on what kind of skin you have. So I have pretty medium skin, so I like to use 1 to 2 pumps. And then I kind of just rub it between my hands, and I will just kind of like place it on my skin, push it into my skin, and just make sure that it's like equally distributed. So you see how that leaves like a nice dewy finish, and especially if you're really dry, this is something that's really, really great for your skin. Then I go in with a pump or 2 of this, guys. I'm just gonna do another pump like that. Also, it, like, you know, kind of warm it up between my fingers and then add this on top. I feel like it glides like butter. Look at how nice this makes my skin look. Totally rebuying these once I run out of them. So I do want to do my brows first really quickly, just so that I can have a little bit more structure in the face area. The last palette that I bought was the Soft Glam, and there's not much in there, honestly, so I've had the hardest time getting back into kind of being creative. I did a lot of research on newer palettes, and I found that Natasha Denona had come out with a whole bunch of new stuff, and her OG palettes were amazing. Like, I remember when I used to do like makeup reviews on YouTube, she was like top of the game at that point. Her palettes were just so expensive that I really would only borrow from my other friends who bought makeup and like test them out and like give them back. I just could never afford it. And these are, I think, $69 now. So I feel like for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 shades, $69 in this economy feels like a steal. This palette, out of like 6 or 7 that she came out with or something like that, it made just the most sense. And this was the only palette where I looked and I was like, there's only one color in here that I would not use, which I feel like is gonna be this super goldy color. So I feel good about the fact that I would use literally 14 of the other shades like pretty consistently and can create a variety of different looks. This is the prettiest thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna swatch some of the Technically mattes. It's like a, does this have? No, this is definitely satin. So this is a very light shade. This is Miko. Panna also looks to be pretty matte, like a very skin tony color. Aria looks like a pretty neutral, kind of browny color. Nice, nice. Teak is like a darker brown color. Pretty similar. Aria is definitely more cool toned. And then we have Sandstone. Definitely also a cooler toned shadow. And we have Log, which is like a dark brown. Okay, that's on my knuckles. This color is totally fine, totally blendable, but it's sticking literally where my knuckles are. And then Flesh is kind of also like a nudie. I'm just gonna put it right here. So definitely a couple more cool tones. Definitely a couple more warm tones and a really light one. And I lightly buff Panna like all over the lid. I'm gonna kind of take a more packed brush and kind of go over that one more time. Same brush. I'm gonna go into, I think, Teak. We're gonna kind of buff this into the outer quarter, and I'm gonna take more and kind of pack it in the front as well. And then I'm gonna buff it out. This might not look clean, but it is clean. And I'm just gonna start buffing that color that I placed by looking straight into the mirror with my eye head on, just to see where I could pack a little bit more color, just so that when my eye is like fully open, like straight, looking straight at something, you can still see some of that shadow. So I'm gonna bring this a little bit higher so you can kind of see more of that like halo effect. I go back in with this big fluffy brush with no extra product and kind of try and blend that out a little bit. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of log, just a teeny tiny like boop, boop. And we're gonna go like right kind of by the base. Same thing on this inner corner. I'm gonna go back in with this flatter brush and do the same kind of, just blend it out a tiny little bit. I go back in with the one that I placed the product with and use that to blend a little bit as well. And as for the shimmer, the fun part, let's see what we've got for the shimmers. So we have Nubia. You see? Yeah. So that's really pretty. Then we have Fizzy, which this seems like a champagne-y color. Yup, almost reminds me of Champagne Pop a little bit. Then we have Varus, like a brownie shade. Then we have Aura, which seems to be almost like a topper, like a champagne-y silvery topper. Kaba, which this also kind of looks more like a topper. Then we have Aurum. I'm gonna kind of go over here now. Definitely like a bronzy color. Then we have Oro, which is like the one that I think is gonna be like too yellow. I don't really like gold like that. And then we have Alchemist. Let's go like right here, which I like that one as well. It is definitely a little bit more like on the copper side. Maybe let's go with Fizzy. So Fizzy is gonna be this color right here. I'm gonna do some Kaba on top. I'm gonna take a little brush, like a little flat brush, and kind of really pack this in. I think I want to blend a little bit more. Go in with something like this, and I'm kind of gonna take a little bit more of Log, up a tiny little bit. I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna do the other eyeball, do the rest of my face, and I'll come back to finish up the eyeballs. Taking this little brush, we're gonna go into Log, just the darkest shade we use, and kind of just shove it in this outer corner a little bit. Not a lot, kind of to like where my eye color starts. And then I want to take like a buffer brush like this, and I'm gonna go into, I think, Aria for starters, and start this in here and kind of meet that up and then kind of buff it. And then we need a brush like this, which is, we use this on the top, so I'm just kind of gonna try and get everything that I can out of it, and we're just gonna try to kind of diffuse this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this brush right here and dip this baby into my setting powder, and I'm really gonna buff all of the edges of my eyeshadows. This just kind of eliminates any of like the harsh edges. I have a couple of other new products to me, not to you probably. I picked up the Thrive Cosmetics mascara. This is their tubing mascara, flake-free tubing technology. It provides length, volume, liquid lash extensions. I don't love the blue packaging. I mean, like, this is pretty gaudy packaging, honestly. I prefer makeup things that are beautiful to look at. Like, to me, this is an eyesore. But if this mascara is good, then I shall like it. I do hate the wand. I hate the plasticky wand, but you know, for a tubing mascara, maybe this is what needs to happen. So I'm just gonna apply this like I would with any regular mascara. Definitely lengthening. It feels like a tiny bit clumpy. What am I even supposed to be doing here? It doesn't say anything about how many layers, so I'm just gonna go and do this other eyeball. Okay, literally cannot say that I like this, but I hate these sort of wands. I think this is what's throwing me off like the most right now. But let's see, maybe I'll like it after the second layer. I mean, that's a little better, right? Definitely like super clumpy. This might have to be a use this mascara with a different wand. Really don't like it. It's not my favorite at all, but it is what it is. And on the bottoms, I'm gonna use mascara that I usually use on my bottom lashes anyways. And then I do have the Thrive Cosmetics Brilliant Eye Brightener in the color Pilly. Also, the packaging is just like, ugh. And it looks like this. And it's like a champagne-y kind of color. And I'm just gonna pop this into like my inner corners. I do like that. That's a nice little pop-up color. So I do like that. That's really nice. And then I do have a couple of Charlotte Tilbury items. I do have the lip cheat in Iconic Nude. Hope that this is a good lip color for me. Otherwise I'm gonna cry because it was like 20 something dollars. I mean, the packaging is stunning. Also, the fact that this fits so nicely in the cap is just chef's kiss, honestly. Sometimes they don't and it splits the cap and it bothers me so much. I'm just gonna try this. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. It is so hard to shop for lip liners online because my perfect lip color is like a mauve-y, and every lip liner transfers on people and translates so differently. Like this looks straight up brown on some people, and on some it was like the perfect mauve color, and it's looking like it'll be in mauve on me. This is literally so perfect. Okay, this is literally the best thing that I've ever put on my lips. Wow. And then I have the Plush Ritual in Bare by Auric. I mean, I kept this box because look at this shit. This is the prettiest box I've ever seen in my life. I'm obsessed with this. In the top here, there's a little jade applicator. And then in here, in underneath here is this. Look at this color. And I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna grab some. Put it on the little jade guy and apply it to my lips. Just blend this with my finger. This gets rid of like all the imperfections in your lips and I really like it. I'm gonna apply a little bit more of this. I'm gonna just take some of this. And then I have her setting powder. I mean setting spray. And by that I mean the Charlotte Tilbury. And I have not used this, so wow. Okay, the mist is misting. Okay, and I'm just gonna use some of this. I'm gonna kind of cover my hair. Feels really amazing on the face. There is not one speck like so many of the other setting sprays that will just like speckle all over you. That is a fine ass mist. The smell is kind of like sweet. Looks really good. I'm gonna go finish my hair off and I'll be right back. Okay, so here you have it. This is the completed look. I am actually pretty much liking everything that I tried. I like how it's all looking on my skin and on my eyes and on my lips. So let's recap all of the stuff that I tried. This combination, 10 out of 10. Then the other new thing that I tried was the eyeshadow palette, 10 out of 10. Packaging, stunning. The way that the shadows are laid out is really nice. I do really appreciate the some variation between cooler and warmer tones. They're not kicking up a ton as well. They're super buttery, super soft, blends out like a dream, blends together like a dream as well. And yeah, I really like them and I like the versatility. The packaging is amazing. The mascara is kind of the only thing that I'm like meh about, you know. I just really don't love the packaging. Hate the wand. Obviously my lashes look a little better after they were curled, so that's definitely something that I'm gonna have to do with this mascara, and maybe trying it with another wand once I clean it off or finish another mascara. So definitely think that I would like that more. Very curious to see how this washes off. Really love this. I think this is the perfect color. Would really be nice to just throw on all over the lid as well. So I really like that. Then we have the Plush Ritual. I love this so much. The color is so, so nice. And I'm very, very excited to have this and see how this improves my lips overall. This might be the best liner that I've ever put on my mouth. This is like my dream shade and I'm so, so excited that I found it. So buttery smooth, goes on so nicely. It rubs in very nice. It blends really nice. It just is like literally the most beautiful shade ever. And then last but not least, the spray. Obviously I can't talk to you about the longevity of this spray, but the mist on this is amazing. Really, truly, it's hard to find a not nozzle type of thing. I mean, this is literally just a sprayer that is this on point. Packaging stunning. It smells really nice. It feels really nice. And according to all the reviews that I read and my best friend who uses it all the time, she loves the formula, and literally we were in Europe for a couple of weeks. I was in Europe with her for a couple of weeks and she's like, yeah, that's what I used. And there were days where it was really, really hot and her makeup stayed perfect all day. So I would assume that this is a really, really good product. I mean, it should be for how expensive it is. So I hope that this was helpful in maybe picking up some new products. I know that some of these are not necessarily brand new products, but they're new to me, and maybe you've been thinking about picking up one of these products. So that's my review on what I got. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that it was entertaining. I hope that you learned something. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.